Okay Dan, so element C. Alright, this is where we actually get you riding. Our very first manoeuvre is just simply get you moving, okay, moving and stopping smoothly, ideally, okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start here, we're going to pull away, we're going to get to about halfway. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay, just stop somewhere in the middle there, nice and smoothly. We're then going to pull away again and come to a stop before the fence, alright. And the idea of this is just to get you smooth clutch use, okay, alright. Now essentially, you're a car driver, it should be very similar to your car, okay? The only real difference is the clutch on a bike is what we call a wet clutch. So you know when you ride the clutch in your car, you get that burning smell, okay? You won't get that on this, okay? I'm encouraging you to spend a bit longer around the biting point on this, okay? So you want to sort of just hold the biting point that a little bit longer, okay? And you'll thank me for it, it's much smoother, all right? So, I'm going to take control of the bike. Sat in my safety position, okay? Turning the key on, clutch in, and let's fire it up. So we need to select the gear. Right, we're going to swap our feet over, selecting first gear and putting our feet back to our safety position, okay. Now the good thing about pulling away in this safety position is you now know where your rear brake is, okay. If you pull away with your feet down, it's not the end of the world, but when you bring your foot up, you're sort of trying to find your rear brake almost, okay. I know where it is, obviously I've got to release it so we can actually move. Now just like your car, Dan, you've got to put some revs on, okay. There's no exact rule, just what we say, a busy sounding engine, okay? So you've got a busy sounding engine and start to ease your clutch out, find your biting point. And there it is, the bike is trying to engage, okay, trying to move forwards, all right? Now the first mistake people make at this point is they get to their biting point, they get all excited and they dump the clutch, all right? And obviously you're going to stall, all right? Now if that happens, clutch back in, fire it back up, all right? Let's try that again. So, bit of revs. Find that biting point, okay, and then just millimetre by millimetre I'm easing it out, okay, bit by bit. Now there's no rush to get your foot up, the bike will start to move. When you're happy, the foot comes up, and then about here we're going to throttle off, apply your brake and clutch and come to a nice smooth stop, again ideally in our safety position. So you'll note that I'm just using the rear brake for now, alright. So a bit of revs again, find that biting point and away we go. So like I said before, when you're happy, foot comes up and throttle off, brake and clutch, nice and smooth. Okay Dan, so you've removed the stand, fantastic, you're on the bike, sat in the safety position. So if you could just turn the key on for me. That's it, just one click to the right. Lovely. And just pull your clutch in. So if you press that starter button, there we go, she's alive. Okay, so right foot now goes down on the ground, keep your clutch in. Left foot up. If you tap that into first gear for me, and if you now want to swap your feet back over, keeping your clutch held in for me. Superb. Right, so this is where it gets fun, okay. Remember, if it goes horribly wrong, you've always still got your kill switch, okay. If you start to feel the bike's getting out of control in any way, hit that switch, all right. Remember, it can be making as much noise as this bike likes. As long as you've got that clutch in, it's not going anywhere, all right. So when you're ready, chin up, looking where we want to go, okay, we're going to bring the revs up ever so slightly and just start easing the clutch. Remember that when we want to come to a stop, throttle off, brake and clutch, yeah? Right then. Show me how it's done. Sit nice and steady. So just hold it there, that's it. Fantastic. Foot up. Not bad at all. A valiant first effort, I would say. Okay, so you happy to do the same again in that space there?
Yeah.
Fantastic, let's go for it again. Clutch in. Okay, not bad. So what we need to do is spin the bike around. We're just going to work on getting a bit more momentum so you can bring your feet up, basically. All right. But hey, we're there, we're halfway there. So if you just tap it into neutral now, keep the clutch in, and then find neutral. It's like a half tap. You'll see the green light come on the dashboard. So same again, just looking for a bit more momentum, and that'll allow us to bring our feet up. So chin up, looking where you want to go, and bring it to a stop. Unlucky. So a bit of a jerky pull away there, just a bit quick with the clutch, okay, but we did have a bit more momentum there, which is what we were going for, okay. So now we're just going to go back to having the smooth clutch. Same again.
So I've stalled it, yeah?
So you've stalled it now. So clutch is in, press the starter button. Fantastic. what we'll do, let's just paddle it backwards a little bit just to give you maximum room. That'll do, that's fantastic. So same again with a smooth clutch, please. Looking up. Beautiful. Perfect. So throttle off, clutch in, bring it to a stop. Nice, very nice. Okay, so we're just going to keep doing that up and down a few times until you're 100% happy, and then we'll move on to the next manoeuvre. Good, very nice. And again. So just try and hold it on that biting point a little bit longer. It's slightly more difficult here because it is ever so slightly uphill. That's it. No, there's no exact rule. We just say a busy engine. Now, like I said, you are on a slight uphill here, so yeah, a bit more revs, that'll be fine. Just find that biting point. There she is. And just bit by bit, just really ride it. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, Dan, so you've had plenty of practice now with pulling away and stopping. We're quite confident with that, happy with that. So what I want to do now is just fine tune that a little bit more, okay? We're going to move on to what we call slow control, okay? Now, if you'd ever decide to go on and do your full license, okay, which I think you mentioned earlier on, this plays a large part of that, okay, especially in the Module 1 test, okay? So the idea is we've got to keep this bike under control at a slow pace, all right? As you're probably finding out, it's a lot easier to go faster, okay? We can't go fast everywhere, obviously, so what we're going to do now is something which is going to be a bit strange for you as a car driver, okay? It's basically, we're going to slip the clutch. If I'm being brutally honest, Dan, this is probably the hardest thing to get right on a bike, okay? Once you've got this nailed, it's going to help you out with all the other slow manoeuvres that we're going to do. And don't be alarmed if this takes a fair chunk of the day, okay? It's quite normal. Okay, so whenever you're ready, chin up, off we go. Very good. So yeah, that was very nice, Dan. Okay, so we've nailed that slow riding technique. What we're going to do now is apply that to all of the manoeuvres or slow manoeuvres that we're going to do. Okay, so if you're happy, again, place the bike on its stand for me, and we'll begin our next manoeuvre. Okay, Dan, so what we're going to do now is a figure of 8 around these blue cones. Obviously, get yourself ready for the road at this point, okay? Well, just checking that you can corner a bike, basically, okay? So, have you been skiing before? No, me neither, okay? However, at low speeds, have you heard of a thing called counterbalancing? Skiers do it a lot, okay? So, although they're turning left, their body's staying fairly upright and almost counterbalancing the bike.
Like a jet ski.
Yeah, in many ways, I'm sure, yeah. Again, I've never been jet skiing, but I'm sure it's very similar. So at slow speeds, we're going to counterbalance the bike. At higher speeds, you've probably seen all the racers on TV, leaning the bike, getting their knee on the ground, on a track, of course. So yeah, at higher speeds we lean with the bike, at lower speeds we're going to counterbalance the bike, all right? And a few other things to mention. We're now in the realms of looking where we want to go, which isn't necessarily the same direction we're going in, okay? So I know it sounds really cliche, but the bike will follow your eyes, okay? Wherever you look, the bike will go. We get this a lot at T-junctions and things like that, you know. If you get faced on the curb, you're going to ride into the curb, okay? You need to be looking down the road where you want to go, all right? So if you're happy to sort of stand by that blue cone there, I'm going to ride around you in a nice big figure of 8, okay? So, away we go. We're still keeping the speed fairly steady, all right, but I've increased it ever so slightly just to make sure that I've got a bit more balance, all right? You'll notice that I'm counterbalancing, all right? As I go through the middle, I'm going through fairly straight, just to give me more space to turn around here, look. And around I go. I'm still slipping the clutch. It's the only way to keep first gear under control. myself upright and I come to a stop nice and smoothly, okay, when I'm upright in a straight line. Happy with that? Fantastic. Very nice. Okay, Dan, we're going to mix this up. Keep going for me. Going to make this a little bit harder for you, all right? Make you turn a bit harder. So keep coming round. I want you to come between me and the blue cone. Fantastic. Round you go. Same again on this side, between me and the blue cone if you can. Excellent. Well done. Okay, so I'm happy with that, Dan. I'm going to take a step back. You carry on going for a little bit, okay, until you're 100% happy. Okay, and when you're ready, Dan, if you can bring it to a stop, nice and smooth. Very good. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm happy to move on if you are.